Next story is about the Wuhan virus. The virus brought the whole world to a standstill. We are still dealing with its after effects. But have you wondered how all of it began? Of course you have. Over the last 3 years, a number of theories have emerged about the origin of the Wuhan virus. Some say it spread through natural transmission, that is, from an infected bat to human beings. Some believe it was released as a bioweapon. There was even some misinformation that the 5G network was spreading the Wuhan virus. So what is the truth? America seems to have an answer for you. It says the Wuhan virus most likely arose from a laboratory leak. The US Energy Department was initially undecided on the matter, but after further investigation, it now shares the FBI stance that the pandemic was caused by a mishap at a Chinese lab. The Energy Department's conclusion is significant as it has considerable scientific expertise. It oversees a network of US national laboratories, some of which conduct advanced biological research, and its stand cannot be taken lightly. That resonates with the FBI as well. It employs a cadre of microbiologists and other scientists who came to the same conclusion in 2021. The agency still holds that view. While both departments have come to the same result, they had different reasons, and these reasons are yet to be known. The White House has not published an unclassified report, but it counters the reports of 4 other US intelligence agencies. These agencies say the epidemic was a result of natural transmission. 2 others still remain undecided. You see, the country is still putting together the puzzle pieces. Lawmakers, particularly the House and the Senate Republicans, are pursuing their own investigations. They are pressing the Biden administration for more information. The Republican lawmakers have been at the spearhead. They have questioned the virus-modifying research conducted in Wuhan. And why not? America, after all, did fund research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. US-based EcoHealth Alliance was awarded a grant in the year 2014. It was meant to look into possible coronaviruses from bats. The organization received $3.7 million from the National Institutes of Health. It gave $600,000 to the Wuhan Institute of Virology. The project was renewed for another 5 years in 2019. Do note that this was before the outbreak of the virus. It was then pulled by the Trump administration in April 2020 following the global pandemic. Does it make any sense? Should federal grants have been used to support virus studies in China? The research always posed a threat. And why is that? Because it was reportedly meant to understand the risk of viruses, a process known as gain of function. And while that sounds reasonable, you might want to rethink that. Let me just break it down for you. Gain of function is when an organism develops new abilities. This can happen in nature or it can be achieved in a lab. It makes some viruses more infectious and more deadly. Now, how do scientists justify the potential risks? They say the research can help prepare for future outbreaks. It helps understand how the viruses evolve and develop better treatments and vaccines. But then again, is that really justified? What if a leak happens, as the US Energy Department and the FBI are now suspecting? In fact, 3 researchers from the Wuhan Institute of Virology were sick enough to seek hospital care. Yet, China was reportedly conducting the research, and the US was allegedly funding it. American infectious diseases expert Dr. Anthony Fauci firmly rejected the claim, but Republicans have their doubts. They questioned if the federal government was too quick to dismiss the theory. As the lawmakers cried foul among themselves, tensions heightened between the US and China. It said Beijing was withholding information regarding the outbreak. You see, China has tried to intimidate other countries when it comes to questioning whether the virus emerged naturally. The virus first circulated in Wuhan in November 2019. At first, the dominant view was that the virus arose naturally, that it leapt from an animal to a human being. This is what has happened in the past. But as time passed, doubts sparked. Have a look at this report by the WHO. It says no specific infected host was found in China. So where does that leave us? The WHO plans to investigate the matter further, but it needs China's support for that. And achieving that is no easy feat. China has placed limits on investigations. It suggests the virus emerged outside the country. You see, Beijing has always tried to cover up its deeds. It has hurled accusations at others and underreported COVID-19 deaths. Now, the possibility of a lab leak is gaining traction. Debate over the origin of the Wuhan virus is getting vigorous, but a lot still remains unclear. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.